Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lincy P. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. But if you've been here before, hey girl, hey, nice to see you again. Y'all, today we are back with another foundation review. Yes, we are. I cannot wait to get into this. We're going to be reviewing the new Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydra-Luxe Luminous Perfecting Foundations. Why do they make these names so long? I don't know, but that is what this beauty is called. So if you're interested in seeing my thoughts, how I feel about it, make sure to keep watching and make sure to subscribe. We talk about all things fashion, beauty, and a little bit of lifestyle here on my channel. So if that's your style, then babes, you found the right place, okay? As an added bonus, I'm also going to be reviewing the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I picked this up at Sephora. So if you want to know if it's worth it, is it any good, what my thoughts are on that, then stick around. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, dolls, so my brows are already done. I'm just going to quickly prep my face. I'm going to go in with the primer that I always use. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer, because you know when you are trying a new foundation, you don't want to try anything else that you haven't used before. So keeping it consistent with my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer, I'm just going to rub that all over the face. I know I don't like to waste money or product, so I did head over to Sephora and I picked up 2 samples. So I picked up the shade 23, which is like a golden neutral, and then I picked up the shade 26, which is supposed to be just a flat neutral. So let me go ahead and swatch them for you guys so we can see what my shade match is gonna be. Okay, so on this side I'm gonna do 23. This is the golden neutral. That looks really good. And on this side we have 26, which is okay shade match, but I think it's a little bit too dark and a little bit just too neutral. So we're gonna go with 23. I think this is gonna be the overall better match. So it says that it's supposed to be a lightweight and luminous foundation. It's supposed to have serum-like ingredients in it. And the coverage is supposed to get you like a nice medium. So it's supposed to be buildable. It's not gonna be full coverage, but you can get a nice even tone with it. It's also supposed to boost hydration and improve the look of blemishes. So all in all, it sounds like it's supposed to be a winner. I do have combination oily skin, so the boost hydration part, I don't know if I necessarily need, but let's see how it works on my skin type. I'm just taking my Sephora Pro Foundation brush. This is number 47, and I'm just tapping the product like into my skin before determining if I want to go in with another layer. I do agree that it has a serum like finish. I think it looks really good on the skin, but y'all know I'm a full glam girl, so I think I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more and see what that gives, especially around my mouth where I have some hyperpigmentation. Fully blended out, this is what the foundation is looking like. I do feel lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have a whole bunch of stuff on my face, although I definitely feel the oils. I definitely feel the luminosity, but that's what the foundation promises, so that's a good thing. Because I have combo oily skin, I'm interested to see how it holds up once I set it. But as of right now, my skin definitely looks really flawless. The color match, babes, the color match. But do we expect anything less from makeup artist lines? I love when makeup artists create complexion products because they get it. So this is what everything looks like. I am going to talk you guys through my makeup today because I have another product that I'm going to test out. Girls been hyping up this Hourglass concealer. I'm a little late, but we still gonna try it out. I picked mine up in the shade 9 Umber. Let's see if y'all are lying or if it's really worth the hype. All right, so lately I have been kind of just putting a base layer of concealer on. Today I'm going to use the House Labs, and I've been using a shade that's pretty close to my complexion. I haven't been color correcting. I've just been going in with a skin tone concealer, and that is kind of like the start of my base routine. Now all the girls on TikTok have been claiming that this is an airbrush concealer, so let's see if that's really true. I will say I like the color. I think I picked the perfect color match for me, and the consistency is really nice. I think this is going to dry down really well. Put a little bit on my forehead. That's not a little bit, yikes. Anyway, we move. Lately I have been loving this Makeup by Mario like liquid contour. It's super lightweight. You guys can see this is the color, but I like that it gives me the flexibility to be able to really build up the product with powders. It's just like a nice sheer base. And if you are a no makeup girl, this with no makeup is beautiful. I feel like I'm about to contradict myself because I literally just said makeup artists get it, and I feel like the product definitely gets it, but the shade range, babes, Makeup by Mario, we gotta do a little better because this is the deepest color in the shade range. And obviously I'm dark skinned, but it's a lot more babes that have way more melanin than me, and like we need to cater to them too. That's not gonna do it. So while this is drying down, I'm just gonna go ahead and start blending out that liquid contour. Hopefully you guys can see what I mean. It's just like a nice sheer wash of pigment, nothing too crazy, and I've really been enjoying this lately. All right, now before we blend it out, I'm gonna give my face a quick spray using my tried and true Max Fix Plus. And then to blend this out, I'm gonna take my Morphe E3 brush and just start tapping. It has really good coverage, easy to blend out, but I feel like the coverage is staying where I put it, which is what we want. All right, now to set this concealer, I'm gonna go in with my triple threat combo here, okay? I've been doing this combo all week, and when I say the under eye eats doesn't move, this is a secret, okay? So first we're gonna do the Derma Blend loose powder. I'm gonna use that to just lightly set my under eyes. I'm gonna do it with a really fluffy brush. And just hitting it with a nice little light wash. That's all I need. Next up, we got the House Labs. Make sure I shake it up real good. And then for this, I'm gonna take my powder puff and I'm gonna press it into it, tap the excess off on the back of my hand, and then lightly tap that right over that Derma Blend. And this is gonna be what we bake with. I love this powder so much, y'all. I found that I much prefer tones like this than like the super yellow powders. They just don't do it for me anymore. And I love these powders because now that I'm getting older, I mean, we all know aging is a beautiful thing, but it does come with some fine lines, okay? And I don't want anything super matte that's going to accentuate those fine lines. But like I said, I do have combination oily skin, so I need some type of powder to ensure that the oils are controlled. So then I'll go in and just usually add another light layer, focusing it really kind of like on the inner corners of my nose, because that's where I tend to get the most oily. Okay, now to set the rest of my face, I've typically been taking my Huda Beauty Cinnabon. I have had this powder for years and I have not reached for it as much as I reach for it now, and that really is thanks to Uche Notori's makeup tutorial. Ever since watching her makeup tutorial and recreating it on myself, I have not been able to put this powder down. I feel like it just looks so good. All right, now let's get into this bronzer. For bronzer, what I've been using is another lightweight product. This is the Huda Beauty Glow-ish. This is their Luminous Press Powder, and I got it in the shade 12 Rich. It's a little too dark for me to use it all over the face. So what I've been doing is using this as kind of like my first layer of bronzer. We're just gonna tap that right into the skin, and I try to focus it more so in the hollows of where my cheeks are, blending it a little bit upwards. Using this same powder, I'm just going to lightly contour my nose. And I'm gonna take this all over my eyelid just to give me a nice wash of color. Bring those eyelids back to life, honey. All right, so for blush, I'm gonna take a lipstick. This is actually my Fashion Fair lipstick, and this is in the shade Chocolate Raspberry, and I'm just gonna put this at the very height of my cheekbones. Looks really pretty. We really should have did this before we set, but I do like that the foundation is not lifting at all. None of the product is being picked up. That is a very, very good sign. And then just to add a little bit of dimension, I'm gonna take this Juvia's Place in Blush Lily. I know it looks really light, but y'all don't be intimidated. It's gonna give me like just a nice little wash. This is new-ish. I picked it up sometime in August. Okay, see? It's not giving ashy, it's just giving a nice little baby doll pink. Hopefully it's picking up on camera, child. So back to the bronzers now. I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty Glowish, my actual bronzer, and this is in the shade Rich. And I'm just going to go in between where I laid the blush and the pressed powder and just press that in. Now with whatever's left on this, which isn't much, I'm just gonna carve out my cheekbones because I don't want it to be super sharp. I just need a little bit of dimension. All right, while my lashes are drying, I'm just gonna take this Haus Labs blush and lightly set our cream blush. Yeah, I was looking at myself in the mirror, y'all. Like, what is missing? I didn't set my blush. That's what was missing. This is in the shade Acai Sky. And I know it looks like I'm putting on a lot because I am. Because y'all know blush is the first thing to fade throughout the day. So, and then I'm just gonna feather in a little bit of this one. This is in the shade Dragon Fruit, which I think is similar to this Juvia's Place shade. So I'm just gonna feather it in the top of my cheekbones. Pop on these lashes. And I'm just gonna take my Ami Collet mascara. It's time for a new one. That one's kind of old. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and just do a light coat on the actual falsies as well, because y'all, I've been wearing these falsies all week. They're not black anymore. Whatever eyeshadow I had, that's the color that it is. So I want to make sure that they still come off a little black. These are just the I Envy lashes from the beauty supply store. All right, last part of our triple threat under eye combo. This is my MAC Studio Fix powder, and I have it in the shade NW40. And I'm just gonna take this, take my brush, and just press whatever's left of that bake right on into the skin. It's looking good. Okay. Last but not least, with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish setting powder, I'm just going to do a light diffusing all over my face. Okay, now you guys asked me for this lip combo before, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you guys. First, I'm gonna take my Huda Beauty lip contour. This is in the shade Rich Brown. Then I'm gonna take this Makeup by Mario liner. This is in the shade Travis, and I'm just gonna soften up the edges here. So we get a nice little gradient effect. Then taking my Juvia's Place lipstick in the shade Toffee. Then taking my MAC lipstick, this is in the shade Creme de Nude. I'm gonna pop that right in the center. You could absolutely leave it like this and that would be perfect, but I'm gonna go on with some gloss. I'm gonna take my Ami Collet gloss. This is the clear gloss. Put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and then using the brush on the back of the Makeup by Mario liner, I'm gonna put that in the middle. And then on the outline, I'm gonna take my favorite gloss. This is the Ami Collet lip oil in the shade Excellence, and we're gonna line with that. And this is what the lips are looking like. Let me go ahead, spray my face down. I am gonna use this combo here. All right, so final thoughts on the new Patrick Ta foundation. It looks absolutely stunning. However, it is very, very luminous. It's a lot more than what I'm used to. However, I love how youthful and fresh my face looks. The determining factor on whether or not I'm gonna buy this or not is the wear test. Now, if this lasts throughout the day and it doesn't get much dewier than this, we're good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. But if I look like a grease ball at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to leave this at Sephora. So let me go ahead, head into the office, finish out the rest of my day, and then I will be back at the end of my shift with an updated wear test for you guys. And you know that's gonna be a full 8-hour wear test, maybe a little bit longer, because I have a parent mixer to go to after work. So I will see you guys at the end of my day. All right, dolls, so let me go ahead and head into the office. Y'all know this is gonna be full 8-hour wear test, maybe a little bit more because I do have a parent mixer to go to after work. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, so far so good. She's cute, very glowy, very youthful, very demure. Okay, I love. I will be back in just a bit to chop it up with you guys. All right, bye. The time is now 3:57 p.m. and we are back. This is what my face is looking like. Y'all, I have to be honest about a couple of things. First of all, I just realized that this entire time I have been filming with the soft skin effect on. I hate when that happens. I just want y'all to see, you know, my natural glow, my natural skin. But obviously, when I'm reviewing a foundation, that is not ideal. You guys want to see what the foundation looks like in real life. So I am refilming the outro so you guys can get a really good understanding of what I'm talking about. So this is what my skin looks like. Guys, I have to be honest with you, I do not like this foundation. Now that it has settled into the skin, let me tell you guys what I'm noticing. I feel like, I'm not sure if you guys can see it here, this foundation is literally highlighting all this texture that I did not know existed on my face. So I am not sure if the foundation itself is breaking me out, maybe my skin is not agreeing with it, or if I really did have all of this texture and the foundation is just clinging to it. Either way, I don't like it. I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. However, what I will say is it is lightweight, it is very luminous, so it does what it claims to do, and the color match is absolutely excellent. So if Patrick were to release a different formula, I would absolutely try it again because of the color match. It's literally a spot on color match, and I love that when makeup artists release foundation products because they oftentimes, like I said earlier, they just get it right. But the texture, I have had way better makeup days. So I'm really happy that I got a sample. This is why moving forward, if I can get a sample, I will be getting a sample, because if I didn't, I would have wasted my money and product, which is not good for my pockets or the environment. So yeah, that is my full review on that. However, let's get into the concealer. I absolutely love the concealer. This is probably going to be something you guys see in a lot of videos moving forward. My under eye, out of everything on my face, yeah, my under eyes out of everything on my face still looks pretty smooth, and I really like that. It's been 8 hours, so I'm going to pair this with some of my tried and true products. Maybe next we'll do an updated makeup routine using my current favorites. Let me know down below if you guys want to see that. I'd be happy to film it for you guys. All right, loves, that is everything for this video. I will see you beautiful people in my next one. Bye, y'all. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Okay, bye, y'all.